It is time to play the game, and it feels like this disc is always inserted in the console because Triple H is back on Raw. Triple H is back as the champion, and the reign of terror continues. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for another WWE Raw review. Not that many Raw reviews left for 2002. We're on December 16. I believe we've got two more shows after this, and two more shows with Triple H as the champion. But do not fear, Shawn Michaels is back, and it's not just Shawn Michaels. We still have the Heartbreak Kid. HBK isn't dead, but he is no longer the champion after Armageddon.
Most importantly, though, we've got FREAKZILLA being inserted into a wee feud with Triple H. Holla, if you hear me, I'm your hookup. I've got the largest arms in the world, man.
The fans were absolutely pumping for Big Papa Pump tonight. I mean, I was kind of expecting his arms just to burst, like just deflate.
If you took a pin to them, they might burst. But let's talk about our intergender tag match that kicked off the show here.
Shitload of intergender matches on Raw. I'm not complaining because I think majority of them are fun. Some of them are really good, but yeah, I didn't actually realise how often Raw did intergender matches. I thought it was like a rare thing, like maybe not rare, but I thought it would be like maybe once every couple of months. It feels like you're getting almost one every week.
Maybe they seen the pay-per-view and went, they need a man in there.
Maybe.
Also, I mean, the women's division is pretty bleak, so I think you've just got to put men in with them.
Yeah, there's not that many going around.
Like, the fact that Stacey can't team up with Tess because she can't really work, but then she's not in the feud with Victoria, and that's the problem you've got, because there's just not enough women.
Maybe they should have put all the women on one show, since SmackDown focuses more on Cruiserweight, but then that would make SmackDown pretty gay.
Which, for a couple of months, it was pretty gay.
Yeah. But
Kurt Angle, you know, talking about...
What if we just put Tori and Dawn Marie and Niddy all on Raw?
Could have done that.
And we just have Billy and Chuck come out for fucking evening gown matches?
Evening gown matches. But Tess wins after the big boot to the face of Stevie Richards. He chased Stacey Keibler around the ring, came in. Bang, good night, Tess
big
wins.
Boot, 1, 2, 3. He's surrounded by Trish and Stacey.
I think it's time.
And the King is just sitting there jealous.
He is jealous. But I think it's about time we push Tess a wee bit more. I think he deserves a wee bit more than taking on Stevie Richards. I like Stevie Richards, but Test is Test.
Test is past the test, and it's time to give the guy a new examination. Up next, we had Bischoff and Morley. Bischoff says he's going to produce a Triple H appreciation ceremony tonight in the main event. But Morley grimaces and he's like, nah, you can't be doing that because I've given the main event to Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner. Bischoff is no happy. He's raging, and they both of them try and rack their brains on how they're going to get out of this dilemma. Don't want to let down Triple H. They don't want to let down Scott Steiner. But somebody is going to be let down. Bischoff tells Morley, you created this mess, so I expect you to fix it.
I think a Triple H appreciation ceremony is almost a bit cringe at this point. It's like, yeah, Bischoff wants to put the past behind them. There's been a bit of beef there, but is there a need for this? I get it. It sets up their feud, but let's just say Scott Steiner wasn't supposed to be here tonight. What, we're just going to celebrate Triple H's career?
What I don't get is Bischoff has been desperate to get Scott Steiner to sign. I'm surprised in this situation, Bischoff. Now, he did say he would speak to Triple H, but I think Bischoff should have just outright said to Triple H, you know what? You're not getting the main event. Big Papa Pump needs to be on Raw, and we only get him on Raw if he's in the main event.
Maybe he could have said that, but here, Bischoff lost his balls, damn it. But Goldie Claus found his because he whipped out the World Tag Team titles next, and he's like, oh, booger, Merry Christmas.
Do you want to touch my sack?
No, man.
Goldust is great. Booker T's great.
He's great.
Christian's great. Goldust gives Booker the World Tag Team titles. He thanks Booker for believing in him. Booker's like, where the hell's your title? And it took Goldust way too long to find his belt.
It did. It was uncomfortably long.
How deep in the sack was this? Like, Jesus Christ. Christian then comes in and Goldust goes back to his little Goldust Claus gimmick. It's like, I hear you've been a naughty boy, Christian. But don't worry, Santa gives gifts to all. And he gives Christian a new and improved ass cream. So a jar of ass cream with 35% more ass, which I'm sure Goldust loved. Christian is like, I don't use this. This ain't mine. But he hugs it and then walks away. So judging on his reaction, maybe he does like the ass cream. Up next with Maven versus Nowinski. I mean, I know they've got a wee feud going on right now, but it's not doing much for me. Nowinski pins Maven while pulling the tights.
It's a jobber match. Who would try and
didn't even have that much tights, to be honest. It was a weak attempt at pulling the tights. Then Michaels comes down to the ring. He says, look at what Flair said about me last week, but I'm the Heartbreak Kid and I'm still alive and well. And he says that he stole the show, but he went down. Don't worry though, he went down in a blaze of glory. And he wants tonight to face Triple H again in a 3 out of 5 stages of hell match. And it's like, I mean, HBK, you've just lost the belt. Who gives a fuck if you stole the show? I get it, you're the showstopper.
Yeah, he cut a promo like he won.
Yeah.
or got completely screwed, but he didn't really get screwed. I mean, yeah, Flair was there, but I mean, at the end of the day, Triple H pushed him off the ladder.
It's like he's coming out here saying, look at me, I proved Ric Flair wrong. Ric Flair says that Triple H was going to walk out as the championship, so
you know what, though? This is something
Did you really prove Ric Flair wrong?
I actually really enjoyed this segment, but it's something I would bury today if someone came out and said, well, at least I put on a good match. I'm not going to fucking pretend because Michaels came out and says it's brilliant. So, yeah, I mean, I like the promo, but it's like the context.
Ric Flair was basically right, but Shawn Michaels is saying he proved him wrong. Did you really? Because Ric Flair says that Triple H should be the new champion.
Yeah, Flair says, like, you've still got it, but you don't have enough left to beat him.
Jericho comes out, states that he's better than Michaels, calls him has-been kid, says that he's better in the ring, says that he's a true sexy boy, says that Shawn Michaels doesn't have it anymore. Shawn Michaels was the reason he got into the business, but now he's just embarrassed for Michaels. Jericho says that Michaels was his hero, but now he's just a form of his former self. Jericho says he should kick Michaels' ass right now, and he could if he wanted to, but he ain't going to waste his time beating on the has-been kid before eating some sweet chin music here by Michaels, and Jericho's left out laying. So, Jericho, Michaels, WrestleMania, buddy.
Looking forward to it. It'll be a great wee match, and here, pretty long feud they're building up here from the end of 2002, but it's worth Mania matches. Just Michaels, maybe reel in on the I'm the showstopper even when I lose talk, because that doesn't really work for me. But Christian against Goldust up next,
especially when you've lost the world title.
Yes, the world title.
I mean, if it's just a match, then I could almost accept it.
Yeah,
but when you lose the belt
against your arch nemesis, I mean, come on, buddy. But
the priority here should be winning the match and keeping the championship, even if it means you put on a poor display. Even if it means your opponent was better than you in the night. Do you think Triple H cares?
Nope.
Do you think Triple H is going, you know what? Shawn performed better than me last night and I'm not happy about it. Triple H only cares about walking out with the title. And that's the way it should be. I mean, I like Shawn Michaels, but I thought he was way too happy and way too confident in his performance and his ability, considering he's coming off a loss.
He is. But here, maybe he's going to be wrestling more matches on Monday Night Raw now. He's back. But Christian wrestled a match and he beat Goldust, even though he used his arms to put them on the ropes. But Goldust was always going to lose this match, man. Christian, I think once you win the tag belts or a title, you do seem to lose, especially in a tag team.
Yep. Christian with big tubby ass cream getting the victory over Goldust. Then we go backstage. Eric Bischoff is with Triple H. She says, look, you're great. You shouldn't have to wait to the main event. Let's go now. Triple H ain't buying it. Triple H knows that Bischoff is doing something here.
Would that work at the pay-per-view? Here, nah, you don't want the main event match. Do it now. You're too good for that. What?
Yeah, probably not. Triple H says, nah, look, if you do anything, if I don't get the main event, I'm going to pull a Stone Cold Steve Austin on you and leave. So, there you go.
Another wee Austin burn there.
Yeah, Triple H just won the belt and now he's threatening to walk out. And I think you can tell that Austin maybe is due a return soon based on the Austin references. There's been quite a few of them dropped.
There has been, but would you say one was set? Would you say Austin's return was set in motion here? Or, it
could just be a plan by McMahon. Look, keep name dropping Austin and maybe he'll come back.
Plan by McMahon or not? What is Finney Mac? I'm missing him.
Backstage, we've got Ric Flair, Batista, and 3-minute warning. Flair gives a pep talk to the trio of monsters before their match with RVD and Kane. In the parking lot, Chief Morley wants Terry to let him know when Scott Steiner arrives. I mean, he had to ask her 3 times. It was a bit unnecessary. Didn't do much for me.
No.
We got an interview with Kane and RVD. Coach was asking him about their match, but every time Kane tried to give an intense response, RVD was calmly translating what Kane actually meant. Kane took this as mocking him. RVD's like, no, bro, you got it all wrong. Me and you are cool.
I like Kane and RVD as a tag team. And online World of Wrestling labels it could be possibly heading for a heel turn soon. Well, pretty much stems from that, doesn't it? RVD and Kane's wee tag team.
Possibly, I think so. That's pretty much where it comes from.
I always remember that image of Van Damme sitting on his arse and Kane taking the mask off.
Kane grabs Coach by the throat, pushes him down, and says it's going to be a cruel and painful world. Disneyland reference or some shit like that. Handicap tag team match. Batista walks out. Kane and RVD get the win, and there you go. Kane and RVD picking up a victory.
3-minute warning. They're done.
Yeah, they're fucked.
They are swimming in the deep water without a paddle.
But if we're being completely honest with it here, they've been shit since they started wrestling.
Oh, they
worked when
but at least they were winning matches. Now they're not winning anything.
True, but I think it just worked when they were coming out attacking people. See, once they've just become this tag team that wrestles, they just cannot buy a victory.
That just shows you that wrestling and everything.
No, 100%. And, like, see if 3-minute warning came out now to attack somebody, would they fear them?
No.
I would actually fancy Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young's chances now, if 3-minute warning attacked them, based on their fucking record.
Of course, but I tell you what, see this next match, Lance Storm and William Regal against the Dudley. This is rank rotten.
I see this Regal Storm team. It's doing nothing for me. I enjoyed the Un-Americans, really enjoyed the Un-Americans for the short period of time that they were around. But Regal and Storm just ain't doing it for me.
No.
They come out with their flags. They're not cutting any anti-American promos. Why couldn't they just remain the Un-Americans without Test and Christian? Maybe look to add another member.
Yep. Also, I mean, the Dudley boys not doing Survivor Series. They had that couple of good matches, don't get me wrong, but what are they doing?
Christopher Nowinski might be American, but he seems to be anti-American.
Aye.
William Regal and him were buddies. Maybe they could have recruited him.
No, you bloody peasant.
I just think they could have kept the Un-American name and kept going with the Bash in America thing. I don't know.
What about D'Lo Brown? He's up next. I mean, he thinks there's a wee race hit going towards him.
D'Lo Brown versus Jeff Hardy. Shite match. D'Lo repeatedly yells it's because of people like you, Jeff, during the match.
Junkies or white boys?
I don't know.
Junkie white boy.
D'Lo lost to Jeff on heat because of a dodgy referee decision. The same thing happens here. D'Lo gets pinned even though his foot was on the bottom rope. Ric Flair and Scott Steiner backstage. Steiner's working out. He's doing the muscle pull up. He's on the straps. He's working out. Flair keeps talking to Steiner. Steiner's no interest. Flair essentially tells him, "Listen, you're not half the man Triple H is." But in reality, Triple H's nose is only half the size of Scott Steiner's arms, even though his nose is fucking massive. And Steiner grabs Flair by the throat and tells him to tell Triple H that he'll be the main event from now on, buddy. Pretty good. We know these two guys don't like each other, so I mean, Steiner.
Yeah, you can compare it to his WCW promos. This was tame.
Yeah. Steiner would have probably loved having his hands around the throat of Ric Flair. Then we go backstage with Chad Patton and D'Lo. Chad tries to apologise, but D'Lo says it doesn't matter if you apologise. The loss is still in the records. The money doesn't go into my bank account. D'Lo then says, it's all because I'm a black man and you're a white boy.
Yeah, kind of demeaning him here. It wasn't like, I'm a black man and you're a white man. It was
just
like
a little white boy.
Yeah, I mean, imagine you flipped it and he's like, I'm a white man and you're a black boy.
Damn.
It almost sounds like black boy sounds a bit gayer than white boy, doesn't it?
Black boy. I could have called him something else.
He could have.
Hard R.
Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Yeah, speaking of Raven, he's backstage. Weird segment. Stacey Keebler's got Tess some deodorant spray for his testicles. Tess likes to smell it. He says it's going to smell great on his testicles. They walk off, and Raven's just hiding behind one of the production trucks watching them. Maybe Raven wants to get in on this gimmick. Maybe Raven wants some of Stacey Keebler. We don't know.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing a bin bag.
Maybe he wants some deodorant.
That could be a gimmick too.
I'm not quite sure what it was.
No, this match next needs deodorant. Booker T, Chris Jericho. We are beginning to go down the SmackDown route of repeating. Yeah. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, like fucking Angle Benoit. I feel like that's happened so many times. Or Guerrero.
Edge A-Train these days.
Edge A-Train or Edge Angle. SmackDown 6 constantly facing each other. And now it feels like we're getting Booker T, Jericho every single week. There's interference. Referee raises Booker's hand because Christian came out before Goldust did. Goldust came out wearing the World Tag Team Champ. I don't recall Austin ever coming out for a save with the belt wrapped around him.
No.
He'd maybe come down running with the belt and then drop it before he gets in the ring.
Or use it.
But to come out for the save and have the belt, it looked fucking weird.
Especially on his wee latex attire. I don't know, I just add it to it. But here, I have not raised his hand to Booker T because, Christian interfered first. I'm going to assume that's what they've went for here. Chief Morley then says, I made a mistake, Steiner. I gave you the main event when Triple H already had it, big man. We'll do it next week. You'll sign the contract next week. And Steiner's like, what? Freakzilla is not going to wait for Triple H to have his moment. I'm the big bad booty daddy. Triple H will have his moment. A moment he'll never forget. So we get our main event segment. Triple H comes out, long entrance. Big ass video package here.
Time to play the game. Time to. Why is Bischoff kissing Triple H's ass after months of standing up to him and not giving him favourable treatment, apart from awarding him the title in the first place?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why Bischoff was so far up Triple H here. He never did this for Shawn Michaels.
Triple H lists everyone he's beat, right? Puts in Austin again, Rock, Foley, blah, blah, blah. Steiner comes out. He wants a title shot. Triple H is like, you have to earn a title shot. This ain't like that company down south in Georgia, WCW. Hold on, right? Bischoff gave you the fucking belt. See the digs. I get it. WCW's out of business. WWE won the invasion. They won the Monday Night Wars. But I think the digs are a wee bit petty at times.
Yeah, Triple H constantly said stuff about you were a small big fish in a small pond. And
no, but see if Vince McMahon, right, wants to bury WCW, I think he's within his rights. And I'm not saying Triple H didn't play a part in it, but let's not pretend that Triple H was the one cog that dismantled WCW.
Yeah.
And it seems like in this era, he buries Steiner, he buries Booker T, he buries Nash, he buries Goldberg. Has he got a fucking WCW fetish going on?
I mean, I like Triple H, but if Triple H was never in the Attitude Era, I think they still would have won.
As Brett said, 4 out of 10.
Yeah, Triple H is talking about Steiner as if he's been in the minor leagues, as if he was like an indie wrestler. I mean, this guy was in WCW, world champion, legendary tag team with his brother. Triple H is making out as if the only thing this guy's done is work Ring of Honor or something.
You were in a fishbowl, Steiner. I'm in the Atlantic Ocean, buddy.
They then go nose to nose, and Triple H's nose bends up against Steiner's nose.
Squishes it.
Pretty
into oblivion.
Interesting scene. Pretty interesting scene here. Steiner then signs the Raw contract with one condition: he gets a shot at the world title
tonight.
Steiner wants it tonight. Bischoff says it's going to happen at the Royal Rumble. Steiner offers Triple H the first punch. Triple H doesn't take it, and he decides that he's going to live to fight another day and walks up the ramp, and that is how Raw goes off the air. We had a nose to nose, we had a face to face, but we didn't get fist to fist because Triple H bottled it in the end.
Well, soon we're going to be getting arm wrestles, muscle wrestles, whatever, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure Triple H whips out like fucking Speedos one week, so yeah, I'm not looking forward to that gay shit, but
I mean, if Triple H is legitimately injured right now, then it makes sense, I guess, to have a series of pose-offs and stuff like that.
True. I'm not doing that, but can he not throw a couple of punches? Well, so he can wear Speedos down the ring, but he can't have a match?
Something like that.
Something like that. Anyway, that's Raw. I mean,
I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
You know what, right? It's establishing this feud. It's establishing Jericho against Michaels, but as for everything else, it's a wee bit flat, isn't it?
Aye, it's a 6 out of 10 for me.
It's a 6 out of 10 for me as well. We'll be back very soon with more. Till next time, peace.